day, everyone. I am Erica G. Kalubayan, the reporter for Lecture 3 Phonology, Sound Patterns, Phonology versus Phonetics, and the Sound of English. So, what is phonology? Phonology is a branch of linguistics that studies the patterning of speech sounds in language. To a large extent, it is related to phonetics but has a different focus. So, whereas phonetics concentrates on physical, articulatory, and auditory aspect of speech sounds, while phonology investigates sound types that subsume all variation of speech sounds which we actually produce while we're speaking. So, phonology concerns itself with the ways in which language make use of sounds to distinguish word from each. So, phonology refers to the written rather than the actual forms. Like what I said before, the phonology is variation of speech sound which we actually produce while we speaking. So again, it refers to the written rather than their actual forms. So phonetics. Phonetics, a system for describing and recording the sounds of language objectively. So, it concentrates on articulatory and auditory aspect of speech sounds. So, why it is important for the future educator and for student of studying phonetics and phonology. So first, the sound system and the basis for the spelling system. So without these sounds, we cannot write the spelling of the word. For example, your sister or your brother or your seatmate or your peers asking you what is the spelling of Chabacano, because she or he didn't know what the spelling of Chabacano. And then when you hear that word Chabacano, you have an you immediately your mind comes up with that idea that Chabacano, the spelling of Chabacano is Chavakano. So without that sounds Chabacano, you cannot write the spelling of the words. Number 2, then we have to teach English pronunciation to students who are not native speaker of English, because when the teacher master how words are produced and how to pronounce it will raise their student confident to speak English more. And it is vital since the teacher is a role model and good examples to their student. So number 3, then we have to teach poetry, which requires the T about rhyme, alliteration, assonance, and other poetic devices that manipulate. Is 4. It is important to understand accent and language variation and to react appropriately to them and to teach appropriate language attitude about them in student. So for example, is in British language and the American language. As you notice, the two have different accent, and because of that accent, they didn't know how to react appropriately. So phonetics and phonology help to determine what the word or sound used. So number 5, we are so literate that we tend to hear the sounds of our language through its spelling system, and phonetic phonology provides a corrective to that. Number 6, phonetics and phonology provide a systematic and well-founded understanding of sound pattern of English. So it is important for the future educator it is the basic phonetic symbols. These they are enclosed like this in square. What you call this is square bracket. The letters that are to be interpreted and letters in an ordinary spelling system, we call this as an angle bracket. This is a square bracket and this is an angle bracket. In this image, this is International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA. In this system, there are no silent letters. Every phonetic symbols represent an actual sounds. PB, TD, and so on. So it is important to know, for us to know the sounds. Diacritics are placed above or below or sometimes next to a letter and a word to indicate particular pronunciation in rate to accent, tone, or stress, as well as meaning, especially when a homograph exists without the marked letters or letters into three, namely, which is vowels, diphthongs, and consonant. So vowels. Vowels are sounds which are produced with a vibration of air in the oral cavity. All sounds then are voiced oral sounds. So for example, this is what you call phonetic symbols. E, I, A, A. So E, bit. Me, K. Seed, ship. I. Sit, give, read, pick, live. A. Eight, ray, face, weight, great, great, and the following. So summary of front vowels. This is a phonetic symbols again. The K word. The phonetic symbols is I. K word is bit. And then the transcription is bit. And the following. The next is mid vowel. The phonetic symbols of mid vowel is like these vowels. This is a phonetic symbols. U, O. K word of U is boot. The transcription is but. Okay, next is diphthongs. Sounds which combine two vowel sounds which blend them into one within a syllable. Example ana is light. The vowel sounds in the word is a diphthong. It starts with position a and moves smoothly on the I position within one syllable. It's like on this first example, light. Diba? It's like A, but it is it moves smoothly on the position I, light. When you write the letter, it is light. Example, I, light, time, might, height. We notice that when we hear the sounds light, time, might, height, but when we move smoothly on the position within one syllable, it is light, time, might, height. Next is consonant. Consonant. Consonant includes the sounds we represent as P, B, T, D, M, N, F, B, S, Z, L, R, H. All consonants are produced by entirely or almost entirely stopping the stream coming from our lungs. So dimension of variation in the production of sound. Voicing. Voicing consonant may be voice or voiceless. This is the example of voice sounds. Voice sounds pronounced with the vibration of vocal cords. Voiceless pronounced without vibration of vocal cords. Chords. Again, when you say voice sound, vibration of vocal cords pronounced with a vibration. But when you say voiceless, pronounced without vibration of vocal cords. So examples, voiceless, without vibration. So pen, 10. Tight. When you say voice sounds, this is the example. B, N, G, and V. So, B, bend, bring, vine. Diba? It produces a vibration of vocal sound. Consonant may be called stop. Are consonant sound produced by stopping the passage of the breath stream with a build-up pressure behind the closure before releasing the breath. So, the stop have bilabial stop, alveolar stop, and velar stop. Then fricatives are continuants produced when the air stream is not completely stopped but passes through with friction or hissing sounds. So this is what you call labiodental fricatives, dental fricatives, alveolar fricatives, post-alveolar fricatives, and palatal fricatives, and glottal. Then affricates. Affricates are produced when a stop combines with fricatives like fricatives. They are also continuants alveolar fricative. This is what you call alveolar affricates. Alveolar affricates. The nasal are produced with the airstream passing through the nose rather than the mouth. The bracket of the phonetic symbols is M, N, and this. Semi-vowel in their production, there is a lack of friction sounds or vowel-like in their voicing but function as consonant. This is the phonetic symbol W, U, Y, and Y. U, W, and H, WH, and Y. So this is the example of stop. So stop is pad, cad. This is cad, not cad. The Filipino koan. This is cad. N is tang. NG in the last, tang. Then fricatives is, the phonetic symbol is V. V. H. How. S. Su. The uppercase is, this is a phonetic symbol which is Jin. Chin. The nasal's phonetic symbol is NG, which is ring. As you can see, ring, sing, bring. So the semivowels, the phonetic symbol is this, wear and win. Y, new. Y, the phonetic symbol, the keyword is the transcription is new or view. New and view. So point of articulation, the bilabial is the upper and lower lips. Labiodental, upper teeth and lower lips. Dental, upper and lower teeth with tongue between. So alveolar, ridge and tip of the tongue. Post-alveolar, tip of the tongue and palate. Palatal, tongue and palate. Velar, back of tongue and velum. Glottis is glottis. That will be all. Thank you for listening. And that will be all. Thank you.